Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get on today's video session. Here we go. So today it is the top 10 just after this. Okay. Okay guys, let's do this. Oh yeah, this is our Racing Evolution on the Nintendo GameCube. The best version of the game, trust me, and the best Ridge Racer game you'll ever play. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So welcome to my video session once again. In today's session, right, we are gonna be talking about the 10 best games console ever made with the best video games on these systems. Because these 10 systems I've selected, in my opinion, they are one of the greatest systems ever made. It's not because of their hardware, right? Hardware is not important in a system. What's important, right, is the actual availability of games on there. Because if you just buy a system, right, and it doesn't have that, you probably will just put it away. And you probably wouldn't even play with it, or you probably wouldn't talk about it ever again. Your friends, whoever, friends, relatives, just will ignore it. No one's gonna even talk about it because a lot of people out there who buy them or customers, they tend to not to understand all this. All they just keep on doing, they keep on buying them after time. Yeah. Okay, the first one I've got on my list, yeah, is Sony PlayStation. Actually, we shouldn't say that. Number 10 is Sony PlayStation. Which Sony PlayStation is this one? The very first one. You're probably wondering, why did I put that at number 10? But I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't include any other PlayStation machine in this top 10. Nope. No PS2, no PS3, no PS4. PS5 is by far the worst system you can ever buy for your money. I don't care what people say about it. It's a dreadful system. Now, the Sony PlayStation was a definite system from Sony, yeah? From the Sony Electronics company. And when people heard about it, that Sony is developing a system, it was really a interesting news when people heard about that. And with that, they were saying that, the arcade games, right? Ridge Racer and Tekken, these will be ported to the Sony PlayStation. And this was quite a big, remarkable thing. I have to say that. Because if we look at the previous systems like Panasonic 3DO and the Sega Saturn, right? Their hardware was not strong as PlayStation. And the Panasonic 3DO, that was released in the wrong time anyway, with a very high price tag. And that's why that didn't do so well. Then Sega Saturn comes out. Well, it comes out with the similar features like Sony PlayStation, but the hardware was weak. And because of that, it couldn't get much support from third-party support. I really believe that the original Sony PlayStation was the best Sony system for you know for home games consoles because it had the original games out of all the PlayStation machines. Yeah. Now the Sony PS2 was just a system from Sony PlayStation 1 really. It was just producing the sequels from Sony PlayStation really. And the most original games were on the Sony PlayStation, not the Sony PlayStation 2. Whatever Sony PlayStation 2 was doing, it wasn't interesting really. And then we had Sony PlayStation 3. It was going towards more like, I don't know, man. It wasn't an interesting system at all. It's going towards like Blu-ray technology, more advanced hardware was more difficult to develop for. Too many PC games coming on the system, man. Sony PlayStation 4 was doing the same. Then Sony PlayStation 5 is just dreadful. It wasn't doing any rounds. So there you go. Number 10 is Sony PlayStation. Okay. Number 9. Can you guess what it is? Can you imagine? What about number 9? Nintendo Switch. Number 9 is Nintendo Switch. Ooh, it just got in the charts. It's unbelievable, isn't it? But you're thinking, why is it so low in the chart? Why did it make in the top 5? Now the Nintendo Switch is more focused on Nintendo game exclusive, isn't it? But if I look at this system, it's not that great. It's much better than Sony PlayStation, I would say that. It's a lot better than that system. It's got original games from Nintendo, but even the Nintendo game exclusives we got, there aren't that many Nintendo games on this system, And the third party games, I don't know how to express this on Nintendo Switch really. I don't really like the third party titles on Nintendo Switch that much, to be honest. I feel that it's not there for that kind of thing because it's like PC, it's only PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, that kind of stuff, that kind of technology. You need more advanced hardware for third party. I don't think anybody will buy this system for third party stuff really. It's more focused for Nintendo game exclusives. Don't get me wrong. Because when we look at the Nintendo game exclusives, they're far superior than the Sony PS5 and Xbox Series X. Trust me on that. Okay, the Nintendo Switch is more focused on a handheld, but at the same time, it gives you amazing Nintendo game exclusives that are unbeatable. Games like Mario Kart 8, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Mario Maker, Splatoon 2, what's that? Super Mario Odyssey, yeah, Monster Hunter Rise, and stuff like that. It's got amazing games like that. That's what makes it shine over the Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. Yeah, definitely. Number 8. Do you know what's number 8? Nintendo Wii U. Ooh, it goes beats the Nintendo Switch. Why wouldn't they? The Nintendo Wii U was a system, right? Where the Nintendo Wii was in white, Nintendo Wii U was in black. It's more curved from the sides, from the corners. It demonstrated a gamepad. Now the gamepad was a game controller which was gigantic. It was really, really big. Maybe it's not suitable for everybody. But the amazing thing about this was you can play your Nintendo Wii U games on the gamepad. Yeah? What the amazing thing about the Nintendo Wii U was that when when someone's watching a drama and you got Wii U, on the same television, you can watch your drama and film, and then you can enjoy your Nintendo Wii U on the gamepad. Yeah, amazing feature like that. Okay. And the thing about this system, yeah, most majority games, right? Games like Mario Kart 8, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Super Mario 3D World, these were all on the Nintendo Wii U. And then these games went on the Nintendo Switch. So how many games does the Nintendo Switch have its own? Not many. That's what I'm trying to tell you. These games, most majority, are from Nintendo Wii U. And that's why in my charts, Nintendo Wii U went to number 8. Okay? Because it's got a gamepad, which is quite interesting. It's revolutionary for a game controller because it's a home console with a game controller, which has got a screen on there, and the majority of games were from the Wii U that went to the Nintendo Switch really. So it deserves to be at number 8, definitely. There's quite a lot of other games on there like Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. Uh, there was games like Warrior 3 Hyper, Tekken Tag Tournament. What's that? Tekken Tag Tekken Tag 2 Tournament that was on there. So there were some good third-party games on there as well. So there you go. Number 7 is Sega Mega CD. Wow! Can you imagine number 7 Sega Mega CD beating all these systems? Now, why did I put Sega Mega CD on number 7? We know the add-on didn't do so well. This is not about add-ons, alright? This is about interesting games on a games console, yeah? Sega Mega CD was a pretty good 32-bit CD-based system, yeah? And it was a very, very interesting machine, yeah? And the way I looked at this system, yeah? The Sega Mega CD is not a normal system, yeah? It developed games like especially the shooters this system had. Sophie's, Starblade, Star Wars Rebel Assault, Sleepheed. They were incredible, man. The games this system had, man. Now the other thing about this system was the movie-based games, where you're controlling like a manga type enemies, especially with games like Road Avenger. You got these like manga style enemies moving around, yeah, and you are using some kind of commands going left, right, turbo. It's a really good experience, Road Avengers, wasn't it? And a lot of top games like Sonic CD, as Sonic CD being one of the best Sonic games in that time anyway. Uh, we had a legendary game called Snatcher from Hideo Kojima, the Metal Gear Solid game developer. It was a great game was Snatcher. The Terminator was one of the best Terminator games you will ever play. The Sega Mega CD had it all when you play classic games. And also, uh, yeah, when we look at even the fighting games, man, we had stuff like Eternal Champions, Samurai Showdown. I mean, it was a very, very incredible piece of hardware, bringing out some stunning video games to the scene. Sega Mega CD definitely has my vote as being number 7 and being a very important aspect to the gaming industry. So well done to Sega on that system. And we also know because Sega Mega Drive 2, its mini games console is coming on 27th October, which is a 2 system in one, Sega Mega Drive and Sega Mega CD. That system is a vibe, man. So yeah, it's quite interesting. There you go. Number 6 is PC Engine, which was made by NEC, a very good Japanese company. Uh, I was very excited to see how well this system really did. I mean, PC Engine was like a system where they had very high quality shooters. Yeah, there were some platformers and fighting games like Street Fighter and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and he had a good version of Outrun on there. It played really well. So yeah, PC Engine, very good. Number five is Super Nintendo. Wow, pretty lot of Nintendo consoles in this. Yeah, number five is Super Nintendo. I mean, what can we say about this system? Yeah, Super Nintendo is absolutely a very good system where it was 16-bit plus. Why do we say 16-bit plus? Because it had 3D FX in there. 3D FX was using special effects that was never ever seen in the 1990s. No way. You will never see that from SNK EOS, Sega Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, where it started off from, yeah? And Super Nintendo had these kind of games like, yeah, very special games. I mean, you had games like Star Wing, which was a stunning graphics, classic gameplay. Special effects were amazing. This is a game that uses the 3D effects. Yeah, there were a lot of quality stuff on this, like Mario Kart, F-Zero, Super Mario All Stars, Yoshi's Island, Cybernator, Super Protector. R-Type 3 was amazing shooter on this machine, yeah? There were Final Fight 1, 2, and 3 on this system. You didn't have just one, there were 3 Final Fights on this. Oh, wow. There were quite a lot of them then. He had, I don't know what to say, he had Super Street Fighter 2, New Challenges, Samurai Showdown, Fairy Fury, I think Special was on there as well. There's a version of Street Fighter Alpha 2 on there as well. A top quality system, man. You can't go wrong. And one of the amazing games which I liked on Super Nintendo was Hagen. Wow, Hagen was with stunning graphics, Japanese style gameplay. Wow. And I don't know if I can still remember the music on the dun, 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 dun. What epic music it had on this for Hagen. I don't know, Hagen was one of my favorite games from a third party developer. Absolutely amazing. I mean, he had really good stuff on this system. So yeah, check it out, man. Number four, SNK Neo Geo AES. Whoa. Can you imagine that this system going to number four? Well, it is. Number four, SNK Neo Geo AES. Now, this system, actually, let's not say system. This company brought us arcade cabinets. And this is the same hardware that they used in this system. It's the same hardware. The hardware and the multiplayer technology was based in this SNK Neo Geo AES system, yeah? Now, this system gave us games like King of Fighters, Art of Fighting, Fair Fury, Samurai Showdown. Wow, look at these fighting games. Top-notch fighting games. Shooters like Blazing Star, Polestar, Metal Gear Slug series 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, look at these Metal Slug games they produced on there. Very good puzzlers. He had some nifty racing games like Neo Drift Out, Overtop, Thrash Rally. They're all amazing racing games on there. This is a top quality arcade cabinet for real on SNK NES on a home games console. This system had one of the best arcade gaming experiences on this home console, yeah? So definitely go for this system. Yeah, they did produce SNK Neo CD, Neo CD Z. Neo CD was a single speed, Neo CD Z was a twin speed, but they didn't have that majority of games that the SNK Need You AES had, because the SNK Need You AES had extra games like Metal Slug 3, 4, 5, uh, Samurai Shodown 5, Samurai Shodown 5 Special Edition. What was that shooter they made? Blazing Star. Uh, they had that fighting game. Well, I can't remember. He had very very good graphics and good special effects in there. Yeah, it's like a Power Instinct game, something like a Power Instinct. Matrimony something. Yeah, that's the one. Something like that. They made that on there as well. That was really really good on it. Yeah, there were quite top notch games on there on this system, you know. So there was a lot of stuff like that on there. There was this other shooter. Oh, I can't remember it. Where it's like a four-directional way. He's using guns and all that. Yeah, there was two versions of that game on this system. Yeah, so that was on there as well. Yeah, yeah, it was a really really good game. That was. I just can't remember the name of that game. You know. Just give me a second if I just can remember it. Uh, no, I can't remember it, man. Sorry, I can't remember the name of that game. Anyway, number 3 is Sega Dreamcast. Wow, the 128-bit GD-ROM system, uh, online network capabilities. It had all that in this system. This system was one of the most interesting system I've ever seen, which I know it didn't do so well, but it had games like Sonic Adventure 2, House of Dead 2, Out Trigger, Ferrari F355 Challenge, Daytona USA 2001, Sega Rally 2, Metropolis Street Racer, Vanishing Point. Wow, whoa, I don't know how many games are on this system. Soul Calibur, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Street Fighter Alpha 3, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Wow, how many more quality games do you want? King of Fighters as well. I think there was King of Fighters 99, King of Fighters 2000, King of Fighters 2001, King of Fighters 2002. It had all these kind of quality games on this Sega Dreamcast. This system was top notch for games. Crazy Taxi, Res. How many more titles do you want on this system? There's quite a lot of titles. This was a quality system in every aspect. So there you go. Number 2 is the legendary Nintendo 64. Wow! Did you ever imagine I would have a N64? Wow, there you go, it's in there. Nintendo 64 is at number 2. Now, Nintendo 64 had games like Super Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, Expo 3D platformers, GoldenEye, there's GoldenEye, uh, Blast Corps, Fighters Destiny 2, Super Smash Bros. F-Zero X, one of the best racing games, Mario Kart 64. How many more quality do you want? Lilac Wars. It carries on, man. It's just a really, really incredible system for video gaming, man. It's such an important system for video gaming. I mean, the most majority games like Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Lilac Wars, GoldenEye, these were top-notch games on the system. And Fighters Destiny 2 was really good for a 3D fighter. I really like that game as well. It's really good. F-Zero X was really good on it. Yeah, there was a lot. good titles on it. There was a good third-party support on it, and it had games like um, Zelda, Ocarina of Time, yeah, Zelda Majora's Mask. There were a lot of incredible titles on the system. This is a legendary games console in its own right, and I'm very surprised how amazing this system really is. Because if you look at this system, it's got quite a lot of quality games in there. I can't remember quite a lot of the games top of my head, but there's quite a lot of stuff involved in this game console. It's definitely worth the gold. There was an expansion slot at the front where you take this, you take it off in the front, and then what you do, you put a 4 MB RAM device in there, and with that, uh, it gives you more RAM to the system. Where games like Turok, Donkey Kong 64, right? Maybe there's more games as well. It, it gives you uh, more better graphics, textures, lighting effects to the games, man. Yeah, there were. Oh yeah, I didn't mention there were very good first-person shooter games on this, like GoldenEye, Quake 64, Quake 2, Duke Nukem 64. Very very good first-person shooters on this, yeah. And they also had another Duke Nukem Zero Hour, which was like a platformer on this system. Really good game that was. So yeah, there you go. Now for the final system. Number one system. Before we go to the number one system, after this, what can it be? This is it. The number one games console of them all. The greatest video games console ever. Right? 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 Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Are you ready for this? Number one is the Panasonic Q games console. This is it. It's the number one games console ever made on planet Earth. Yeah? If you've never seen one of them, I don't own the games console right now because it costs pretty lot of money. But I still got the box to the system. I will show you what it actually looks like. So just hold on. Okay, I'm back. So how you guys doing? This is it. This is the system. Yeah. Which is number one. Panasonic Q games console, or you can call it Panasonic DVD /Game. This is it. The greatest games console ever made. But you're probably thinking that this was about gaming, isn't it? But why would I actually make a Panasonic Q system instead of a Nintendo GameCube? Right. Let me explain. Yeah. Now, Panasonic did a lot of things to the system. Look at it carefully. Look at this. Look at that. So full bundle, the Panasonic games console, Panasonic Q games console. Oh, that could hold this right there. A Panasonic game controller and a Panasonic remote control. Look at that. A full complete bundle of this. And look at that. Nintendo GameCube. Basically, this machine's got a Nintendo GameCube in there. Okay. Now, when we look at this system, it's completely different to anything you probably ever seen in your life. Yeah? Because every games console we ever seen is never ever been in silver. Yeah? It's never been in silver. I'm gonna make this quick, yeah? First of all, you don't find a machine in silver. You don't get two handles. Yeah? One there, one there, one there, two handles there, and you got an LCD display which shows you DVD 4/CD and GameCube in there and all the details wherever you find on these kind of formats. Then you got all these buttons on the left. Yeah. Then you got all the buttons on here on this side. Then you got a DVD and DVD drive running GameCube games as well. And this is a 4 game controller ports which the blue LED lights up in these. Alright. And these are 2 memory cards. See how different it is. This system is. It's fully packed with features from the DVD and CD format. It's got loads of DVD and CD formats in the system. I'm telling you. What's Panasonic done? It's a really a special machine. You will never get anything like this. Even on the back of the system, which I can't show you pictures on, it's got 4 phono sockets, subwoofer, S-video, video composite, DTS, digital AV out, power. For the power at the bottom, right? It's got that many stuff from top. Actually, I missed something else. Actually, I didn't show you top properly. Look carefully. If you look properly, if you look at these handles, yeah, here and here, and LCD. Look, there's buttons on there. Look, can you see? There's DVD bones on there. Look, DVD CD bones on there. It's completely different to anything we'll see. Now, obviously, this is one of the greatest games console. What Panasonic's done for the features, it's not a normal machine, I would say. It's very expensive as well. You will never ever see a system like this from top, front, and back from features. The amount of stuff Panasonic's done in the system, yeah? Now, this video is about the games, isn't it, really? Not about the console's features and all that, wasn't it? Because we know Panasonic has made such an incredible system when it comes to its looks and the features and the amount of stuff he's done on this system. You won't get anything like this. Does Nintendo GameCube really top all games consoles? Every single one out there. What do you think? What do you think I put that number 1? I didn't put Panasonic Q games console because Panasonic put the features for this system is for the games. But I chose a Panasonic model because this is the best Nintendo GameCube model by far. That's why I chose that and made that number 1. Now, the Nintendo GameCube is the best video games console on planet Earth. I'll tell you why. It's got best of all of these stuff in gaming. Are you ready? Here we go. Check this out. It's got the best Nintendo game exclusives. It's got best of all of these stuff. I'm not going to keep using best word, okay? Nintendo game exclusives. Sonic team games. Resident Evil games. Sports games. Shooter games. Can you imagine what I just said there? It's got the best of everything. The graphics, the gameplay on this system, on the Nintendo GameCube, is top notch, man. It's better than anything you'll ever see. Trust me, the graphics, even in 2022, and the gameplay is still one of the best. It has one of the finest video games on any games console. I'm gonna name you some of the games that I can remember that makes Nintendo GameCube a very amazing system and to be the #1 games console on planet Earth. Here we go. Don't question me why I'm saying this. These games are one of the best. You're not gonna get nothing like this. Here we go. If I can remember them. Luigi Mansion, Paper Mario, Super Mario Sunshine, Wario World. These Nintendo platformers are still one of the best. Trust me on that. They're one of the best, you know. You can't just beat them, man. Now we can look at Sonic Team platformers. Okay. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Gems Collection. Not kidding on you. These are the finest Sonic games you will ever play on any games console. You can't beat them. No way. Resident Evil. Resident Evil 0 being one of my favorites on the machine. Then you can add Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Code Veronica, man. Wow. It owns the best Resident Evil games, yeah? Now, in shooters, let me see if I can remember the shooters on this system. Okay, here we go. Metroid Prime. There's still no Metroid Prime Nintendo Switch, man. With the latest one, we had Metroid Prime 3 Corruption Nintendo Wii. That was just average, man. It wasn't all that. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is still one of the best Metroid Prime game ever developed in 3D as a first-person shooter game, yeah? Here we go. Time Splitters 2, Time Splitters Perfect, X3. There's quite a lot on there, you know. Chaos Field Expanded, Ikaruga, Radigi, Star Soldier. There might be more. But look how many incredible shooters. These are all modern shooters, and you know what? They're one of the best shooters you'll ever play. Let's go for racing games. Racing games is a killer in the system, I'm telling you. 1080 Avalanche, SSX3. Well, you never thought I would mention that. Extreme G3, F-Zero GX, Mario Kart Double Dash, R Racing Evolution, Wave Race. Incredible lineup of racing games, man. Fighting games. It's definitely the house of fighting games. Believe me on that. I don't know, believe what you want to believe, but Nintendo GameCube even owns the best fighting games. Okay, let's see how many I can remember. Bleach, Bloody Roar Extreme. Trust me, this Bloody Roar is the latest installment in my opinion, it's got all the modes from all the previous Bloody Roar. Yeah, it's got all the modes. It's got few more new characters. It's got different stages. The fighting styles are better. Why can't this be the best Bloody Roar? It just is, man. Every Bloody Roar game we ever play, they're all the same. But this Bloody Roar Extreme took all the other past Bloody Roar games and it took all the modes. It's got all the characters, new stages, new special moves. It's best. It's the best Bloody Roar game. Okay, Bloody Roar Extreme, Capcom versus SNK 2 EO. Definitely the best Capcom game anyway. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1 and 2. The second one's the best one anyway. Naruto Ninja Taisen 3 and 4. Naruto Ninja Taisen 4 is the best Naruto game I have ever played. Yeah, and the other games I just missed out was, of course, the fighting games. Uh, Hold on. Okay, Dragon Ball Z Sagas. This fighting game, yeah, is one of the best in platforming action. Trust me, you ain't gonna get a better platform. Sorry, not platform. You ain't gonna get a fighting game with a 4-player multiplayer enjoyable as Dragon Ball Z Sagas. The next one, One Piece Grand Battle 3. I mean that game, right? One Piece Grand Battle 3 is a very incredible, a Power Stone style game. It's got nothing to do with that game though. What this game does, um, you've got these incredible 3D environments. You run around in 3D. You're picking up objects. You're throwing them on your opponents. You're picking up weapons and shooting and all that. It's got all this kind of amazing action, and you're swinging around all these pipes and all that. This game is much better even than the Power Stone games. Trust me. It is a One Piece game, so you got One Piece characters and their stages from the anime. So it's a pretty interesting game. Super Smash Bros. Melee or Smash Bros. DX in the Japanese version. I think this is one of the best Super Smash Bros. Game because this was the first game to give us an adventure mode. Yeah, and the adventure mode in this system is really enjoyable. It's 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 very good. It's got good staging, good character to use in this, and it's very challenging, and it's very original to the adventure modes. We even got further in the new Super Smash Bros. Games, yeah. And my final game is Soul Calibur 2. I don't know how you feel about this game, but this is the only game with Link, stage, and his music. You ain't gonna get that in Soul Calibur, yeah. This is the best Soul Calibur game, not just because Link's in there. No, not because of that. It's the best Soul Calibur game because it's much better than the original game. It's far better than the Soul Calibur 3. Because when we look at Soul Calibur 3, 4, 5, and 6, when we look at 3, 4, I don't think there was a much improvement when we look at 2. Then we had 5. 5 was more focused on like special effects, really. Not much more than that. Soul Calibur 6 went a bit down, really, didn't it, really? Because I really think Soul Calibur 2 wins the crown. So, now, if we look at all of these, even Panasonic Q, what Panasonic did for this system, it gave one of the best features. And for DVD, CD, there were quite a lot of formats. And top of that, Nintendo GameCube is just the best video games console ever developed, in my opinion. Yeah. If you're looking for one of the greatest games console, make it the Panasonic Q games console. The minimum price, if you ever want to get one of these Panasonic Q games console, it could cost about £800. Yeah. They can go from anything from £800 up to £15,000. Hmm. Is that expensive the system is? So yeah, there you go. Panasonic Q games console is the #1 games console. So congratulations. I'm very pleased that there is a system, yeah, where there's Panasonic and Nintendo in one, and both sides of Panasonic Q, from features to gaming, is the best from both sides. You can't beat this thing, man. You're never ever gonna able to be a Panasonic Q because of its features. You're never ever gonna able to be Nintendo GameCube because it had the best game developers and it had the most original games developed on the system. So there you go. I hope this has been very depth and given you great knowledge about this. So hope you have my top 10 and you could buy any system from this top 10. These are the greatest systems. So give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.